very hard to kill.
Centurion. Got it.
This is the defender. He's a ranged attacker, and he's also decent in melee.
Also the most original name. Defender. The hell? And then
Squire and Fat Ramos.
what's Fat Ramos' his real name?
Captain Darius.
Captain Darius from Crix?
Signar.
Anyway, we're playing a special scenario. We're playing this little lane here.
Yeah,
and we have to get a unit into the deployment zone to win.
If you start your turn in their deployment zone, you win.
Okay. And I am running circle jerk once again. So this time I got a full unit of Bloodthorn trackers with whatever, the leader, Warp Wolf and Argus, and I'm running Practical Kaya. Alright.
Hey guys, Heretic You here, back with my continuing series on bad Warmahorde bat reps. This time it's going to be 15 points. Signar versus Circle, and this is the start of our local game store's Warmachine League. So sit back and enjoy the madness. So we begin our game basically like every other Warmachine game starts. Captain Darius allocates some focus to his jacks and then runs everything forward. I mean, it's like every turn of, well, every first turn of Warmachine. It's like, allocate some shit and run it forward. So he starts by moving his half-jack, and then Captain Darius comes out, and then he has another half-jack behind him. There's a Centurion moving forward, and then that's got to be the defender running forward. So, super tactical turn for Signar. Oh, he does run his little half-jack. So, Circle, turn 1. I start by activating my blood trackers. They have some special ability where they have to nominate their prey at the start of the game, so I nominated the Centurion. I'm not sure if that was a good idea. I just painted these girls up. It's my first time trying them, and I just wanted them to take out sort of like the biggest, baddest thing on the other side of the table, which looks to be the Centurion. So I get bonuses when I attack it, and get some movement bonus. There's me making a movement mistake because I haven't finished activating the blood tracker, so I go back to them, and first target I nominate is one of his defender. I know you can't see because the camera angle is really bad. Anyways, I do single point of damage to that, and then the next two girls they target one of the little half jacks that Darius craps out and kills it. The rest of the girls are going to target the Centurion, and the first one misses. The second one is going to land. I did not know how much armor these things have, but despite that, you know, the girls get an extra die for damage, so let's see how this works out.
I feel much better. Oh no! Whoa! That dice line is 8 and he rolls triple. 8 to the 1. That's all on the wrist. Now,
so that one shot doing damage. The rest of the shots are going to miss. As you see, I'm just out of range there. So I switch targets and try to hit that little half jack. But the girls also miss there. So the laws of dice are kind of balancing out. I was dice -8 on that one hit and was able to roll 3 6s, but then I follow up with 3 misses. Next I moved the Warp Wolf. He chose Warp Speed, so he's +2 speed. Just ran him up to lock up the defender because I don't want that thing shooting. And then I move up the Argus and then Pikaya, who self-oculates and puts stealth on herself. So that is it for turn 1. Alright, back to Signar. So Signar turn 2. Yeah, start by allocating some focus. So he puts 3 on the defender. And let's see. He's thinking about putting a couple on that Centurion. So he puts, it looks like 2 focus on the Centurion, and then squats on a final one. And then he poops out another Jack.
He's still good though. You don't like him, he's still good.
What is that called, anyways? It's like it's not official when I talk about this.
What?
What is that ability called? Shits out of Jack.
It just happens automatically.
Oh, is that called anything? It's called Fat Rainbow Shits out of Jack.
There you go. Where the hell is the...
Seriously? Seriously.
So the name of that ability is actually called Activate Half Jack. So I guess every turn, Captain Darius gets to, shout out a little half jack. If you're wondering why we call him Fat Ramos, most of us came from Malifaux. So Captain Darius, his playstyle's a lot like Ramos there, and so except Ramos is a skinny guy, and Captain Darius, he's got a lot of armor on. So if you're wondering, that's why. Anyways, he activates his half jack and runs him, and then charges his Centurion into my blood trackers. So he's going to get a strike, and he's going to take out a girl. He's going to get another attack. He's going to hit, and also take out another one. And with his final point of focus, he's going to buy another attack. Hits, and... yeah, takes out another one. Then we've got the little half jack moving up, and he's going to turn into a landmine. So that's pretty good turn for him. Centurion's in combat, taking out some blood trackers, and then he activates the defender, who takes a couple of points off the warp wolf. He boosts damage and then boosts the hit. It doesn't roll so good on the damage roll. So warp wolf is, even though he's taking a couple of hits, he's okay. He's alright. So Captain Darius activates and declares a shot at the blood trackers. This is what's weird, they're stealth, so it's going to miss automatically, but what he's hoping is it's going to scatter and hit something more significant, or maybe scatter and still hit the blood trackers. So it's actually going to scatter and hit the Argus, but it's half strength, so he rolls a dice and does nothing. So little dog is just fine. Captain Darius spends his focus and casts Jackhammer, which gives the defender a free strike, and this time he does a ton of damage, 8 points of damage to my warp wolf. Okay guys, so circle turn 3. This is where it's going to get a little crazy here. So I charged the girls in, not knowing that that extra bonus they get for damage is only on the javelin throws, so on their little shield claw things. They're not going to do much there. So only 3 girls with the charge will get boosted damage and will do anything to that Centurion, which I do a couple of points to it. So I am chipping away at this thing, hoping to get it down. The rest of the girls just basically are hitting it with like feather dusters. They're just kind of polishing the armor and not doing much to it. Maybe saying hello. They're just kind of stuck in combat, and now I know what not to do with the girls, because once they get in combat, they're a little rough. I gotta figure out a way to get them out. Anyways, here we go with, I'm trying to line up a caster kill. I screw up my interpretation of Spirit Door. So what I was thinking was, I run the Argus up and teleport that Warp Wolf, and the Warp Wolf, goes crazy on Darius's face. But that's not actually how Spirit Door works. So I've got to teleport Pikaya because I've already committed to the move, and then I go with my feet so that I can get some fury and attack Captain Darius with something. I'm hoping to get a crit because then he'd be knocked down, and then I can spend the rest of the turn just auto hitting and smashing his face. But I'm gonna have a couple of shots at this, and if I can get a crit, it'll work. Let's see how it goes.
I'm 18 armor. What's your POW? TNS?
11.
Dice minus 7. God damn it, I did 1 damage. 2 damage. Five more attacks? No, I think I'm a spirit from the door in the bug out. I like it. You're safe after all. Yeah. That's pretty good to do that though, right? Yeah, I got it. I'm holding it. That's dangerous.
Not if I go on that side. Oh, and then let everybody go wild.
That's true. That's a good play.
Alright. Because it's just any model of my battle, right?
Yeah.
So, Spirit Door.
Yeah, guys, so without the knockdown, I decided to spend the rest of my fury to teleport the hell out of there. I don't want to activate or have Darius activate and just punch Kaya's face in. I've lost Kaya enough times, so I know not to just stand her there. Even with sitting on 3 fury, she'd probably get jacked up pretty good. So I went after that half jack, because if that guy moves into the deployment zone, well, then basically my opponent wins. So here we go with the Warp Wolf, starts scratching at the defender. I do a ton of damage to it with multiple attacks, and I get it down to 2 hit boxes left. So I'm thinking I'm pretty good here. Even with the failed assassination run, I've got his jacks down, some hit boxes. Pikaya looks to be safe, and I've got things locked up. So I'm feeling really good about this turn. So, anyways, back to Signar. He starts his turn, and then basically ruins my day. So he's gonna start by allocating some focus. Puts 2 on the defender and 2 on the Centurion, and then runs his half jack up, but then hits me with a big surprise.
Nice. Got Ramos pop speed, so those jacks are both fully healed.
What? What is this crap? What? What? What just happened? Seriously?
Yep. Yep.
Okay, so that was feat for Darius. Wow. Yeah, basically, I guess all the jacks are healed up, and well, that kind of sucks because I had the defender down to just 2 hit boxes, and I was starting to make some decent progress on that Centurion. Speaking of which, he's activating his Centurion, misses with the first attack, and buys a couple more, and is able to take out 3 of my blood trackers. We're just watching the last attack there. He tried to declare it on my leader, but I said I could field promote. Oh, I got some Warmachine lingo down. Field promotion, yeah. Then he goes with the defender, who basically finishes off the Warp Wolf. So even though Warp Wolf regenerated a couple wounds, he basically burns all of his focus and takes out the Warp Wolf. So this turn, hurting pretty bad here. Failed assassination attempt turns into losing a Warp Wolf and losing about half my blood trackers, and he still hasn't activated everything. Plus he's got a little half-jack running in for the win.
You can target your own guys.
Finally, Darius activates, fires at his own guy. Didn't even know you could do that in this game. So, this is a real clinic at this point. Hits his guy, doesn't do any damage, but at dice -7, he gets all of my girls, and he starts rolling like a freaking god, and just takes them all out with one shot. And again, no damage to his jack.
Fat Ramos.
Fat Ramos. Fuck Fat Ramos.
Oh, this thing's in my command area. Sweet.
Oh.
Is that your turn?
Yeah, it's my turn.
Alright.
You have to cut circle jerk right now, though.
Okay, guys, start of my turn here. I've got Kaya exposed with a Centurion, like fully healed, looking straight at her. My only hope is the Argus. So I couldn't charge Darius, so I tried to get an angle that was beneficial. So I kind of move in at an angle, and now it's up to him to do as much damage as possible and get this caster kill. It's my only realistic shot at winning at this point, and I just wish it wasn't in the hands of an Argus, actually. So first attack hits, and I do 7 points. So Darius was already wounded. He had 2 hit boxes, and then I did 7. And then even with boosted damage, I kind of chuffed the last attack. I spend all 3 fury points just getting attacks and boosting, but not able to kill him. So last move, I charge Kaya and destroy the half-jack that was about to score. So back to Signar. Darius starts off with his usual move where he shats out a little half-jack, and then that guy's going to run and try to score and win by scenario. Starts allocating focus, and it looks like, the Argus is going to take it. Now, looking back, I was thinking I could have just ran that Argus around Darius and tried to score. But the problem with that is the Argus would then be out of Kaya's control range, and then I'd have to make a threshold check and still have to survive a turn. Then I could play defense with Kaya and just kill the half-jack and stay out of range of the the 2 heavies. Could have gave me a chance to win, but really, ultimately, the Argus failing on the attack run, especially that last hit, which was boosted and did like no damage, really did me in this battle. So we're just kind of watching the cleanup phase now, as both jacks just basically smash that dog into pieces, and I've got 2 half-jacks to deal with and only Kaya left. But she could play goalie and keep them out and just prolong this. But why prolong it? Even though I lost like every model, okay, except for Kaya, I still had a pretty decent shot at winning. I mean, if the Argus didn't, walk up to Darius with a fucking feather duster and just polish his armor, if he was able to actually do damage, could have got the caster kill and could have won. But that didn't happen. So with just your Warcaster left on the field, and you've got the other guys like full brunt coming down, his full force coming down your throat, you might as well just let him win by scenario, shake his hand, and, it was a good game. I had a lot of fun, so I hope you guys enjoyed